Good morning, friends. We're going to continue our talk about what is science, and we're going to talk a little bit today about life cycles. At the beginning of the school year, we talked about life cycles when we talked about pumpkins and we talked about apple trees growing, and we talked about how a pumpkin seed is planted and then it becomes a sprout, and the sprout becomes a vine, and the vine grows a flower, and when that flower wilts, it becomes a baby pumpkin, and inside that pumpkin grows a seed, and then the cycle or the circle goes all the way around. Everything that God has put into our earth has a cycle. Everything has a cycle of life. And because it's springtime now, a lot of new life is beginning to grow all around us. So one of the things that we're going to study during life cycles is the life cycle of a butterfly. So I have a book that I'm going to read you today that's called The Amazing Life Cycle of Butterflies. This book is written by Kay Burnham and illustrated by Maddie Frost. While I'm reading, I want you to think about the cycle of life for a butterfly. Ready to listen? The Amazing Life Cycle of Butterflies. In the warmer months of spring and summer, butterflies flutter about. These beautiful insects carry pollen from flower to flower, just like bees. But did you know that this is just one stage of a butterfly's incredible life cycle? A butterfly begins its life as a tiny egg. Some eggs are round, and some are oval, and some have ridges. The female butterfly sticks her eggs onto leaves or stems very close together. This plant will soon become food. Inside the butterfly eggs, new life is growing. But these creatures are not yet butterflies. After a few days, the eggs hatch and butterfly larvae appear. Butterfly larvae are also known as pupae or caterpillars. At first, they look like small little wiggly worms. A caterpillar's job is to eat. Most caterpillars eat plants, but some eat other insects. They eat so much that soon their skin becomes too tight. It splits, and underneath is a new, bigger skin. As the caterpillar grows, this happens again and again. Caterpillars have many enemies. They're gobbled up by birds, wasps, and ladybugs. In some countries, humans eat them too. Caterpillars use bristles, spikes, smells, and poison to frighten away enemies. Sometimes they disguise themselves with eye spots and patterns. Eye spots are things that look like eyes to make them look like they're a bigger creature. When the caterpillar has finished growing, it hangs upside down from a leaf or a branch. Very slowly, a shell forms around it. This shell is called a chrysalis. Can you say that word? Chrysalis. Like the caterpillar, the chrysalis is patterned. This makes it difficult for enemies to spot. Do you remember that word we've talked about that helps things hide? It starts with a k. Camouflage. Inside the chrysalis, something amazing happens. The caterpillar dissolves into a soupy mixture. Ew, that kind of sounds gross. Then eyes, legs, wings, antennae, and other body parts begin to form. After a week or two, the caterpillars will have changed into a brand new butterfly. At last, the adult butterfly pushes its way out of the chrysalis. This splits open and the butterfly appears. It's a tight fit inside the chrysalis, So the butterfly must first unfold soft wings, which will take a few hours to harden. Then it flies for the very first time. A butterfly has 4 wings. These are covered with millions of tiny colored scales, which create different patterns. Some wing patterns allow butterflies to hide. Others have special markings that look like big eyes to scare away enemies. Bold, bright colors attract mates. A butterfly tastes with its feet and smells with its antenna. Its mouth is shaped like a long tube. The butterfly uses this to feed on nectar from flowers. Butterflies can only fly if they're warm. When they're too cold, they bask in the sun until their temperature rises. Some species of butterfly, like the monarch, live for a few months, but some, most of them, just live for 1 or 2 weeks. During their short lives, butterflies mate. When the female butterfly lays eggs, the life cycle starts all over again. Did you know that butterflies are in danger? Pesticides cause them harm, and there are fewer wildlife areas for them to visit. Soon, many species may become extinct. You can help by planting flowers such as buddleia, verbena, and lavender in a sunny, sheltered spot. Then wait for butterflies to appear. A butterfly's life cycle has 4 different stages. These are egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and adult butterfly. During its life, the butterfly transforms completely. This amazing process is called metamorphosis. Can you say that word with me? Metamorphosis. Good job, metamorphosis. A big word. Things to do. A butterfly's wings are covered with many scales. You can make your own butterfly collage using tiny pieces of colored tissue paper to decorate wings. Number 2, there's a very long word to describe how a butterfly changes completely during its lifetime. Metamorphosis. How many words can you make using the big word metamorphosis? Number 3, make a butterfly word cloud. Start with butterfly, then add any other words that make you think of a butterfly. Write them all down using different colored pens. Start like this: butterfly, chrysalis, wings. That is the amazing life cycle of butterflies.